The Apple Worldwide Developers Conference kicked off yesterday in California. So the company is introducing the biggest product launch since the Apple Watch. Tell us more from Apple Park, tech expert Winston Sih. Good morning, Winston.
Tim, good morning, my friend. How are you?
Well, we're doing good here. Man, there's got to be a buzz going on down there right now.
Such a buzz, super exciting. So many new announcements yesterday. But as you mentioned in your intro, the big thing that everybody is talking about is the Vision Pro. It's a mixed reality headset. And, you know, a lot of people are asking, what is mixed reality? And it really is about merging your virtual and physical spaces together seamlessly. Apple actually calls this spatial computing. And Apple is out with this at a really interesting time. We've also seen other players in this space. We're also in a little bit of a tech recession. This is Apple's big bet on the technology and what I would say is a difficult economy. As for the device itself, as you can see there, 23 million pixels across 2 displays, an array of cameras to give you and the people around you a vision of your environment. 12 cameras, 5 sensors, 6 microphones, allows you to interact with that physical and digital environments. And I had a chance to actually use this yesterday in a Canadian first, and you can really see the power and potential that it has. And it's super exciting, as you can see in some of the visuals there.
Okay, so why do we need this, Winston?
Well, why do I need this? What I think is really interesting is Apple has spent a significant amount of time explaining how this product works across a variety of applications. Everything from lifestyle and entertainment with their partnership with Disney Plus to gaming, immersive gaming, but also work on the go. I got a chance to see how generative persona can allow you to engage with your coworkers potentially thousands of miles away in a really creative setting, an immersive setting. But we also know it's not going to be cheap. The company has been quite tight-lipped on the device. It's out early next year for in the US for $34.99. No Canadian specific pricing or availability just yet, but we know it's not cheap. So I would say that they're hoping that word of mouth and as well as traction will allow users to see the potential of how great this will be. But there's also a sweet spot when it comes to value proposition and pricing. Did Apple get this right? Time will tell.
Well, we think back to, so many of us have an iPhone, and we think back to the launch of the iPhone, like, did we need that then? We think about the iPad, we think about the Apple Watch, and at the time we're just like, what do we need these for? And then they've gone on to be hugely successful. Is that the way that is that the same path that these, I kind of call them ski goggles, because that's what they look like, the Vision Pro, is it going to take that same path, or is this a huge risk for Apple?
It's such a great question, and you're looking at some of the footage I shot at the hands-on or hands-off area, because a lot of people actually didn't get to touch the device. And it's one of those things. We're creating a blank canvas for possibilities here. The power of connection, the ability to be creative. And like you said, with iPhone, Apple Watch, iPad, at first, they might not be perfect. They might not get things right. But you're creating a new category, and it will get refined down the road as new versions do come out. But I think the possibilities here are what's really interesting, and to be able to immerse yourself in new worlds, but mix it with the real world that you're in, is what Apple has said is their secret sauce when it comes to Vision Pro.
Yeah, as we've seen, like, they have the power to kind of make or break things. And they could definitely make this category, or could they break this category?
Absolutely. And you know what? This is announced at the Worldwide Developers Conference. And the reason why it's not coming out till next year is to really give developers that runway to do some really cool things with this. And, as a tech expert, when you look at other economies out there like Google, Samsung, this is the secret sauce for Apple, is their ability to work with app developers. And there are millions of apps, billions of apps out there. So to be able to merge that with this new display is really interesting here. And this is on top of all of the other announcements they made yesterday. New MacBook Air 15-inch with an M2 chip, Mac Studio with an M2 Ultra chip, iOS 17, we've got iPad OS, Apple Watch, Watch OS, as well as some updates on home users, as well as new functions for Apple Health, which brings mental health as well as vision to the forefront. And as you can see, there's so much buzz here in California yesterday as they made all of these announcements. But of course, the Vision Pro was the thing that everybody was watching really closely.
Is this all your footage too? Is this from you at Apple Park?
I shot all of it. And
Right.
it was such a long day, but such an exciting day. And in typical Apple fashion, that one more thing was the thing that pushed us all over. We were all on the edge of our seats.
Yeah, fascinating. Hey, thanks for tapping into us and explaining it a little bit more. I know it's not coming out till next year, but man, it's a talking point, and that's what Apple loves when we're talking about them. So, Winston Sih,
Absolutely.
thanks so much.
Good to see you, Tim.
You too.